What's up, YouTube? We back with another video. Before
Hey,
the video start, make
YouTube.
sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn the post notification bell on.
Okay.
Today's topic is
Why are parents so strict? I'm a grandparent and a parent. So his friends have the question, why are parents so strict? We're doing a YouTube channel. My grandson wants to do a YouTube channel. So it's going to be serious topics, fun topics, and we won't do politics, but we will do serious topics.
what's wrong with politics?
I don't touch politics.
Me either.
Um, it's personal preference, politics, but everybody know mine. Bye bye, 4 or 5. Bye bye. So tonight's topic again is why are parents so strict. Yesterday we had a really good topic, and
Link will be in the description to go watch that. So make sure you go watch that too.
That's right. Go like us, y'all. Give us a thumbs up on our YouTube channel, which is called Joyce and Jay. It should be J and J because they call me Jay too, but he gave me my name Joyce and Jay.
Don't worry about that.
Okay, he's getting FaceTime, y'all. Why do you feel? Which one of your parents you feel is the strictest?
My mother.
And do you feel like she's too strict?
She's not too strict, no. I just feel like there are some things that she needs to lean back on.
Like what?
Such as, like, knowing everything. Like, you don't have to know every single movement thing. She used to, like, try to take our phones, go through them and stuff, but we older now, so it, like, simmered down.
So you're basically saying a little bit of privacy.
Yeah, privacy.
Okay. And what about your dad?
He's cool.
He's
Okay.
not? Okay.
He's
So you saying he don't care? Is he don't care what you do?
No, he cares.
Or
He's just not too strict. He's gonna, like, he disciplines, like, once we start doing stuff, he buys shoes, clothes, and then when we mess up, that stops.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, let me explain. Do you think I'm too strict?
No.
I'm
It's
talking
just
about
like
when you was a little child now. I ain't talking about now as a teenager. But as a little child, when you used to be...
This is what we was doing at the park. That's when I was a child.
See this little Escalade back there.
I don't think you're strict, and I had your watch on.
Yeah, that's one of the pictures I got up here in the man cave. That's where we at. But the reason why I feel it needs to be a disciplinary parent. My husband's not a disciplinarian. His father, which is our child, is not a disciplinarian.
It's the females.
I only have 2 children that has children. That's my daughter and my son. And I don't think neither one of them really are disciplinarians. They may say I was too rough sometimes. But I feel like when your children, when you got to yell at a child constantly, and you know they know better, and you got to constantly yell, that doesn't work for me.
Right.
It does not work for me. Now, how it works for other parents, go sit in timeout. Whatever other parents do, I don't judge them.
Some kids are just bad. Like, you have to be strict toward them.
I wouldn't say bad because you're not born bad. You're taught to be bad.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say bad, and it's what you're allowed to get away with. If I say, don't go out in the street, and you go out in the street, that's life-threatening, you going out in the street. So what am I going to do? Keep letting you go out in the street? Or do I take some type of disciplinary action? Or do I put you on one of those little leashes when we go outside?
I've really seen those before.
And when you go towards the street, I yank you back.
I don't think it's okay at all. Putting a child on a leash.
My reasons for disciplinary is because I feel like God disciplines us. When we get out of line, here comes the storm. He's got to shut you down some kind of way. And I look at it as discipline. We didn't do what we supposed to have been doing, and the disciplinary actions come. Without law, without order, your children will run amok just like the world. The world, if the world doesn't have law and order, we don't go by laws that man have set. And do we have to respect them? Yes, some of them are a little too much, but, you know, those are the people that we vote for. But again, that's getting into politics, and we're not going to do that. But God set laws, and he put laws upon man that we have to follow rules when we hear. Why don't your children have to follow rules? If I have to come in the house like all of my grandchildren has stayed with me at one point, and they like whether if it was just for the summer, he's up here now for the little break from school. Every one of my well, Man has not, Sasa has not
What?
stayed with me by themselves.
Oh yeah.
So I have one, two, three grandchildren that has not stayed with me by them. Four that has not
Yeah,
actually
four.
stayed with me, just me and them, without the other children. Look at you count. We have a total of 9 grandsons.
13.
It's 13. Yes, 13.
She said 9, right? No,
I was thinking
is
about
it
your
13?
dad.
Is
Your
it
dad
13 or
got
14?
8 and Netta got 6. So it's 14 grandchildren.
Yeah, 14.
And with the 14 grandchildren, I have 4. Hudson has not stayed with. He has, but Hudson's a baby.
Yeah.
So Hudson, Sai, Man.
That's it.
And Jacory.
Oh yeah.
Jacory's he stayed with me with you guys, but never by himself. And it's one-on-one, they probably think I'm the roughest thing ever. One-on-one with me without their parents, without granddaddy's here, but granddaddy doesn't discipline. So it's me. So I'm considered the mean granny, I guess. But I'm okay with that because I feel like if I don't put some type of disciplinary action into form, they will run amok, and I can't allow that because what we doing is getting you prepared for the real world, getting you ready, prepared for society. The time frame that I lived in is totally different from the era that you all are growing up in. So now it's like if you go outside and you discipline or say something to somebody's child, you in the fear of getting shot, stabbed, the mama's coming out the gang, you're the daddy coming out to beat you up. So it's a totally different era than when I grew up. So I'm very cautious, but when I look at other children that's out there and I'm like, wow, you've been hollering at that child in the line for 45 minutes. Literally yelling, come back here, stop, don't touch that, don't do this, don't do that.
What can you do to not do it? Like, what's the other way to do it, to discipline?
It's different levels of discipline, but I'm not saying you just got to walk around and just pow, pow, and your kids. No, I'm saying that you know what, for you guys, cut money off is y'all lost. With this era, it's like cut the money off, cut the shoes off, cut the cell phones off. They lost. They can't survive. It's like they in the room during they're suicidal because they don't have their cell phones. Those are just my personal beliefs. I'm not going to buy a 3-year-old a cell phone. I'm just not. I don't see the purpose of you having one. You don't need to contact me. So you're not running a business. What do you need? What do I need to pay a cell phone bill for you for? Oh, this is the new thing. Just get them a phone. Oh, I'm not getting you a phone because society said get you a phone. I'm going to get you a phone because you need a phone. I'm not buying you a phone because society said you need one and you got to keep up with the Joneses. I'm not doing it. And society made it so easy for people to have phones. If you get some food stamps, you can get a phone.
Free phone, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Like they making it too
Give
easy,
it right to
and
their
people
kids.
don't understand the downside to it. It's a purpose for that. But again, that's politics. We're not going to get into that. We into discipline. I discipline my children. You weren't going to do too much talking back, or you would catch something coming your way. Not pots and pans. You might catch a bow, and I don't have
Use a
to.
belt. Did you use belts?
I used belts, but I didn't have to use them regularly. I probably gave about 4 good ones in daytime. For,
4 apiece.
I just say 4 good ones. I don't believe in just beating your children, but I believe in it's got to be a certain. If you're not fearful, you're gonna try. So you got to have a little bit of fear. I'm not saying be scared of me, like oh my God, but I'm saying a little bit of fear where I could just look at you, like
You know.
Yeah. When we at church, give you the look. Now when you give the kids the look, they
Looking
look
back at you.
Like what? So it's a different era that we raising the children up in, where they are not. They don't feel like they have to follow any rules. If I say be in the house at 10 o'clock, and you can't even get yourself up for school on your own, you have no business outside at 10 o'clock.
Right.
If you cannot
That'll
wake
make them start
yourself
getting up
up,
for school.
what is that for? My grandson is here. If I got to go in the room and say, I might peek in to see if he's up. But if I have to literally go in there and say, hey, you need to get up. It's 8 o'clock. Get up. It's school. No. You can set your phone to do whatever. To call Tracy back, to call Tina back, to call Ray Ray back. You can set your phone to get up for school. Where's your priorities at?
I don't know none of us females, just
No.
to let y'all know. Just to let y'all know. None of us
No,
is
I
no
just
female.
used names.
I was just
random
letting, I was just
names.
letting the people know so they don't be thinking.
Let
Oh, he
me
texted.
you, man. Yeah, he's trying to keep he's trying to keep
I
his
ain't-
name clear
Yeah.
for the ladies. But so, do you feel discipline is needed as a young man?
Yes.
Do you see some
Yes.
young? You're 17, so do you see people that's your age that you be like, you didn't get no discipline at home?
Yes, because they just outside out 3 o'clock in the morning outside. People, they got guns, everything. Like, what's really? I don't know what's going on with them. They parents was their friends basically. That's what I think it was.
And well, we live in a world now to where a lot of people are now addiction is a problem.
Yeah.
So a lot of the young are raising themselves and they angry. And instead of us latching on them and loving on them, we are, you know, when I see the little kids out that I feel like need a little bit of discipline, I try to, hey, how you doing? I try to be nice to them because some of them just need that love that they not getting. Then you got them ones that's just downright disrespectful. You be like, excuse me, I'm trying to get through, and you get cussed out in the grocery store, you know. And we are the adults in my era now are so fearful, like they gonna kill me, I'm gonna kill them. So I probably don't need to say nothing. We should be living in an era where we're afraid to tell somebody younger than us to respect that older lady in front of you, young man, without getting cursed out. We should be able to do that, but in the era that we live in, we're not, and it comes from lack of discipline, a lack of love, and a lot of our younger generation are basically raising themselves. There's no curfews. I don't want to put none of my grandkids on blast, so I'm not going to say names, but I even have, why can't I stay out to 12? You got a job? I mean, what is it, you know, on a school night, you're not staying out till 12 o'clock. What do you have to do so much where you need to be out at 12 o'clock? What's out there
Just
at
wanna
12
be
o'clock?
out. Just want to be out. I guess.
So, what do you think is a decent time for your age group to be in the
My
house
mama makes me come in at 11 o'clock, 11 p.m.
on a school night?
Yes.
Too late for me. Too late for me. 10 o'clock.
Well, now because we online
10
school,
o'clock.
but during school we couldn't even go outside after school. We was in the house. Well, I had football practice after school, so I just come home and be already late. So
I
really
believe
never had
in
a
giving
curfew.
your children some leeway. But I do believe that you do have, if there's no discipline in the home, if you got, when I keep a child that I know that ain't disciplined, and they just run them, you know what, I don't want to get too deep into this thing, but have you ever had company over your house? I went over to somebody else's house and just watched their kids just
I be seeing
terrorize
it
the house.
my friends.
Just
I be going over. I
terrorize
be
the
like, your
house.
parents really just let you do it? Yeah, come in
And
there
the
and be like,
parents be on the phone cooking, yeah, girl. And they in there about ready to burn the house down in the other room. And you don't feel like you should say nothing because they're not your children. But it's like, a lot of times when I go out to travel, I go places, I be like, I'll get a hotel. Like, I can't. You know, I can't. I'm give me a room. And I don't want to offend them, so I give me a room, I'm good. Because you know when you over asleep, you know, you might get your wig snatched off, you wake up, they done drew stuff all on your face. And,
like a movie or something.
and you wake up and you're like, what in the world? They're like, oh, Susie's she's just so curious. No, she's not, she's bad. So you don't want to just be rude to people and tell them, where's the discipline at? But it does have to be discipline. When they took discipline out of schools, when they took church out of schools, prayer out of schools, the schools just fell apart. Like, you couldn't pay me to be a school teacher. You couldn't even pay me to drive the bus. Because I would be one of the bus drivers. They would be waiting on the corner.
Pull over and be like, hey.
The parents would
We had a bus driver like that in middle school. We used to be on the bus in the morning. If he feel like it's too loud, he pull the bus over, stop, get up, do a speech, all of that.
Mm-hmm. But now, the era that we in, would he be able to really do that?
No, somebody they would have got up and punched him.
Exactly. He might would have got gang.
They
He
would've
might
did
would
something
have
to
had
him,
to
huh?
wait to get to the bus stop, and the parents is waiting on him. And
He was a cool bus driver though. It was fun. He used to bring us snacks and all that. Shout out to
Right.
you, Mr. Tony, if you
Right.
watching this.
because you want to help the youth. That's what it's about. Disciplinary actions is it needs to be more discipline. Me personally, I'm a disciplinarian. I am. So
I discipline my younger siblings too.
when you say you discipline them, are you disciplined based upon how you was disciplined? Are you basing them on what do you feel like they be doing wrong where they need discipline?
Repetitive, like telling them something repetitive and they not listening.
Okay. Now, why did it even get to you where you have to tell them? It should already be done.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So, it's when you disciplining, when you babysitting like him, like he's babysitting the younger siblings. If parents leave the younger siblings to watch the older ones to watch the younger ones while they go wherever they going, which is none of my business. But if they going somewhere and I have to babysit and I'm the bigger brother, I should be able to discipline you. If I cannot, and you don't have your child, because it's not mine, I'm just a big sister. If you don't have your child disciplined, and I can't do nothing to them, then you need to take them with you. Because why are you putting that on? Why do I got to get traumatized at home? Because they not disciplined. If they get to flip and cut and turn the TV 50 times while I'm watching it, and I can't do anything to them because apparently they not, they not disciplined to where, oh, well, you can't touch me. So they know they can run them up. Because, see, I have enough in my grandkids to where if I say, watch her while I go to the store, the sibling that I'm leaving with them has enough fear in me to say, if they say, when Granny come back, I'm going to tell, they already know, let me go sit down, because I may have a problem when Granny come back. I don't want you to be terrified of me. I want you to be able to talk to me. All of my grandkids
That's
can
how
come.
Sasa is. Sasa be fake crying. You better quit for we call Granny.
Right.
Straighten right
And
up.
I don't even live in Louisville. But my grandson in Louisville, he'll be like, Granny, when I hear you on the phone, I'll be like, okay. And it's just because he didn't heard from the other kids, like, okay, Granny, she gonna get you. But when I come home to visit, he loves me to death. Kids don't hold grudges. Babies don't hold grudges. A 2-year is not gonna be mad at you. They don't know how to be. So guess what? If they get in trouble, they only gonna be mad if somebody's teaching them that. Like, fall out and do this and do that. They taught that and they're allowed to get away with it. I can go home right now and my grandson, I can yell at him and 2 minutes later he's hugging me, Granny. But then when you teach your children to hold grudges and to be angry, well, she whooped you and I'm gonna come pick you up. You teaching them not to allow any discipline. So that causes confusion, and then later on in life, you wonder why they get fired from every job. Because disciplinary action is just to make you a better person and getting you prepared for the real world, because there's discipline at jobs. You can't be late every day. If your child has no discipline, and I can stay up to 4 o'clock in the morning and I got to be to work at 6, what's the odds of them keeping a job? The odds are very, very slim. There's discipline everywhere you go. When you go to the library, guess what? If you talk, you get put out. It's called discipline. You got to learn how to discipline yourself. So that's the topic that they wanted us to hit tonight. You guys make sure y'all go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. What is it again, grandson?
Joyce and Jay.
Joyce and Jay on YouTube. Keep his YouTube.
This is my father right here. Say what's up to the video.
What y'all trying to do this outside?
We talking about discipline and why you don't discipline nobody.
Tell him why. Tell him why you don't discipline nobody. Tell him why you don't discipline nobody. He try to act like he can't hear.
Yeah, now he can't hear. Hi, grandson.
We trying to get you in the YouTube video.
Hi. Hi. How are you? What you doing? You already opened up Christmas gifts? Ooh, this see no discipline.
Look, get on the camera and say what's up to the video.
What's up, video?
Say what? This is my YouTube channel.
So, grandson, answer this question for me, grandson. Are you scared of Granny? Am I a mean Granny?
Sometimes.
He said sometimes. Am I a mean Granny because I discipline you, or am I a mean Granny because you can't do what you want to? What? You don't know why?
You know why?
Why you think I'm a mean Granny sometimes?
Because you whoop people, but not because I be good.
Because I whoop people and I don't have to whoop you because you be good only when you're around me, right? But when you're around your parents, you act up, right?
Bad. Yes.
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 But it's okay. But you still love me anyway, right? Because you know I'm only disciplining to make you do right in life, right? Okay. Now where's who's that over there? Jasmine? Where Jasmine? Hey Jazzy Faye. How are you? Put a picture
She
up.
thinks she won't get in the
Jasmine,
video, too.
do you think I'm a mean granny?
Get back on the video.
You don't think I'm a mean granny? Huh?
No.
Did you think I was a mean granny when you was little?
I don't remember.
But do you know I discipline, right? How many times you get in trouble when you was with me?
0.
Exactly. 0 times, you guys. 0. How many times you get in trouble at home?
Every day. Every day.
How many times you get in trouble at home?
Every day.
So why do you feel like you don't get in trouble with me? Because why? Put it back there.
Why you don't get in trouble with Granny?
Because I know her like her real
Facts.
life.
Right there. That's all we needed to know. You know what's going on. You know what it is.
I'm laughing, you guys, but I was just trying to show a little scenario of just the difference in children. I have no problem with none of my grandkids. None. But at home, they give their parents pure Hell, pure hell. But I have no problem with them at all. None. Like they already
Go
know
get Ja'Cory.
I'm consistent.
'Cause he's the same.
I don't change up.
Go get Ja'Cory.
I don't change up. The rules stay for all. Period. You come here.
What's up? I'm making a YouTube video right now. I need to talk to my little brother. I need to talk to Ja'Cory.
So
I'm making a YouTube video.
this is why I feel like discipline is important, you guys. You heard it just from my grandkids. They are totally different with their parents. My granddaughter told you she was here with me and I had 0 problems with her. None. We talked every day. We laughed every day. We watched movies every day. And of course, we went shopping. We had fun. But why am I going to spend my money on somebody who's disrespectful to me? I'm not going to do it. He can go downstairs right now and say, Granddaddy, let's go. They just came back from shopping. But if he was a rude, disrespectful child, do you think I would invest in him? I look at it when I buy you stuff, it's an investment because you're going out and get prepared for the real world. You got a job. He goes out and he looks presentable when he goes to work. So I don't have a problem with investing in my grandchildren's future. But
I love you.
how do you go out and spend money on disrespectful, rude kids?
We got Ja'Cory on here now.
Hey, grandson.
Hi, Granny.
How are you?
Say what's up to my video, to our video.
What's up, YouTube?
Grandson,
Yes, ma'am.
am I a mean granny?
No.
I'm not a mean granny?
No.
Okay, but listen though. So why do you act up over there when you at home, but you don't act up with Granny?
I don't act up at home. I act up with my other grandmother because she be doing me some type of way.
No, you act up at home too with your mama. We could go in there right now. Go get her right now.
Well, we can't debate, y'all. It's going on forever.
We gonna let it get to 30 minutes. We got 26 right now. No, listen though. Now we not talking about recently.
You can't answer.
Cause I see it. I see
grandson.
it. Why do you act up at home but don't act up with Granny?
Talking about for the past couple months.
I'm talking about why did you? Period.
Why did I? Cause it's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah, he's just trying to show out for the YouTube video.
So is it fun if you act up with me? It is?
You don't act up for nobody.
You don't act up for nobody.
That's my big brother. He's ugly. He's ugly. Shout out your YouTube. Shout out your Instagram. Shout out your.
That's all we see his hair.
You ain't trying to give yourself a shout out or nothing?
They loud, I can't hear you.
You ain't trying to give yourself a shout out or nothing?
No, I don't want all the people to follow me.
Boy, ain't nobody following you. Get out of here. Alrighty, so we are done asking family questions. We should have just brought them on, but they wouldn't know how to hang up.
Alright, YouTube, see y'all later.
Tell them like, comment, subscribe, turn the post notification on.
You got your, I hope that was 2 fingers.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell, hit the bell, ding, 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 ding. So, you guys, I hope I answered on questions on discipline, on why I feel like there should be some type of disciplinary actions in life. I'm not walking around here. I don't agree with just walking around beating the crap out of your children. No, I don't agree with that. I believe with children, you got to have a lot of patience, a lot of love. But you do have to be stern. You have to let them know who the parent is. And we as parents, you know, a lot of people's line is, I bought you in, I'll take you out. I've always felt parents ain't always right. You know, what worked for us as children may not work for our parents.
Make sure y'all show us to your parents too.
So everything that we, you know, sometimes the way we was raised up, the generations change. It worked for me when I was young, but it may not work for my grandchildren's, my great-grands, the way that I handle them. Everybody got a way that they handle their children a little bit different. And you can still get the same progress from them if you're teaching them. You know, the way my son and his baby mama raised his children is not the way I raise them. I give them a little bit of a movement here, but I also give them responsibilities. You must clean up behind yourself at a certain age. You must turn your phone on and wake yourself up
every morning.
I shouldn't have to be like, I have a job. When I go to work, if I call, say, hey, did you get your homework done? And I come home and you done missed 14 assignments. And then you say, could I come and stay the summer with you? No, you can't. It's 14 assignments. You don't get no pleasure with me. You need to stay home and catch up on these 14 assignments. And then let me see that the grades is doing, and then you might can come see me next year. But I don't believe in just come on, yeah, and your grades is in the toilet and you have no responsibilities in life. It's not preparing your children for success. So I believe discipline is a part. You got to have a lot of big discipline to be successful. Alrighty, YouTube, we are out. I hope we answered that as best as that we could, and it's successful us because I have no problems with my youngsters, as y'all see. I have no problem with my grandchildren. Got a couple of problems with my own kids, but you know, that's a whole other story. But they not, and when they get older, they might try you a little bit because they know you ain't gonna really like knock them down. But that's a part of life. But just remember, they still gonna go back to the foundation they was built on and realize that that's not where it's at. So always remember, discipline starts from a young age. That's what builds the foundation and creates the discipline. It doesn't mean that a lot of people not in their ear gate and influence them to do things. But at the end of the day, they're not going to be perfect. You're not perfect. We're not perfect. But at the end of the day, they go back to the foundation of the discipline from being a child. Alrighty, YouTube, we are getting hit that bell. Bing!
And watch the video, link in the description. Make sure I catch us in the next video.
The next video, I don't know what our topic going to be tomorrow, grandson.
We'll find out.
He get a lot of them. I don't get them. So he gets all the questions and all the
Instagram
subjects.
is in the description too. Maybe matter of fact, I'm gonna put it right here. It's gonna say our Instagram names right here.
Yeah, you see him down there. hollering. And my husband said he might get on the next one, you guys. We was talking about some relationships and stuff downstairs, and he was like, "Catch me on the next one." So we're gonna see what he's talking about on the next one.
We got
As
a
well
collab
as my
coming.
girlfriend Gina, she'll be on one as well, and I'll bring a couple of more girlfriends on, and we're gonna talk about some things, you guys, relationships. The social media world period is my biggest problem that I have. Just social media world period on raising our youth, because that's who's raising them. All the kids is TikToking and what else? What's the other one? Yeah,
Yeah.
I like them. I enjoy them too, but I just feel like the younger generation is just going a little overboard with trying to keep up with lifestyles that they can't afford. A lot of skin showing, inappropriate behavior to me for teenagers. and again, I think it comes from no discipline, low self-esteem, a lot of things that we could be helping them out with versus, other than us coming on looking fab all the time, we need to start putting more time into our youth because they are the future. I mean, I'm 56. I'm on the downslope of life. So I think educating our youth is the key. And getting our young ladies built, their self-esteem built up, where they don't have to do all of this. If you want to be an Instagram model, be one. But don't, hey Gina, but don't be a Instagram whatever is out there where you got to be totally naked and doing things that are not right just to get a lot of likes. So let's help our youth, you guys. Let's keep up the positive energy and don't forget to hit the like button. Ding. We out.